It's Wednesday, so you know we're winging it. Yeah, guys, this year in Tampa, Florida, at the Florida RV Super Show in January, we met with so many folks.
We got a chance to visit with hundreds of people at that show. It was fantastic.
Yeah, we had several meet and greets and stuff there, and of course just walking around the grounds and in the different booths and stuff, and it was wonderful. But while we were there, we thought, let's ask people what they think. And one thing we asked about is, do y'all like the Wingin' Its? What do you think about the Wingin' Its? Because we've done over 100 Wingin' Its over the few years here, and to us it's kind of becoming old hat, so we wanted to make sure it's not something that's just stale and folks may not want.
So we talked to folks, and resoundingly the answer was
yes.
We want to see more Wingin' Its, absolutely. But here's where we need your help. We've run out of content ideas. We've run out of topics to talk about, and we want to make sure that we're not just talking to hear ourselves talk just so we can put out a Wingin' It. We want to make sure that whatever we're talking about is interesting and that it's something that you want to watch. So please take a minute, either while you're watching this video or just after, to leave us a comment or 2 or 3 or 4 with ideas on future topics that we can discuss for Wingin' It, so that we can continue to get Wingin' It back on board and bring you many more episodes.
Yeah, what people don't realize, for us, we've done this full-time lifestyle now. We're in our 7th year.
Crazy.
It is crazy, and for us, it seems just normal now. It's crazy, but it does seem normal. So it is actually tougher for us to come up with things that talk about that y'all may find interesting, because it has become, at the beginning when it wasn't normal to us, we knew some things that we should talk about.
Heck, we had questions.
Yeah, we had questions. So please give some help.
Yes. Okay, so while you're thinking about that, let's talk about this week's topic, which is some unexpected benefits that we are discovering about taking an RV caravan. We're taking our first RV caravan this year. We've never done it before.
Nope.
We definitely had some expectations in mind, but there are some things that have already happened that are unexpected benefits, in our opinion, that you may not be aware of. So that is the topic of this week's Wingin' It. Hey y'all, I'm Stacy.
I'm Tom, and we're RV America, y'all.
As full-time RVers since 2018, we've traveled a lot and met a ton of awesome folks. But we're not done winging it yet, y'all. Join us as we check off our bucket list, experience destinations we've always dreamed of, and discover amazing places you may have never heard of.
Every day is a new adventure, and we're bringing you along for the fun. The next episode of our story begins now.
Okay, before we get started, let's quickly review the rules of Wingin' It. We set the timer on my phone for 10 minutes. We talk about the topic. When the timer goes off, we wrap things up. This is completely unedited, unscripted,
and you get what you get.
And let me tell you, you never know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
So, 10 minutes on the clock. Oh, and I hit the wrong button. See, we're winging it. 10 minutes on the clock.
We're winging it.
First it said 30 minutes. Yeah, no. We're only doing 10 today.
Yes.
Okay, so, we've never taken, like I said, we've never participated in an RV caravan up to this point. We've now been RVing together for, we've owned RVs now for over 12 years. We've been full-time, like Tom said, we're on our 7th year of full-time RVing. We've never taken an RV caravan. And, there's different reasons for that. We have a lot of friends who love them.
Yes.
But we knew from our friends' experiences that there are definitely benefits. Not having to worry about booking your travel routes or your camping for a certain period of time. Meeting friends along the way. Certainly benefits to being in a caravan. But there have been unexpected benefits that we have discovered And we haven't even started our caravan yet.
Yeah, that's what's crazy. So that's why we figured this week we needed to, let's cover this, because if it was a surprise to us. If you've never taken one, I guarantee you it's going to be a surprise to you. So let's get in it here.
So first of all, in case you don't know, our first caravan that we've signed up with is to Alaska. And it's with a small boutique mom and pop tour company called Alaska Excursion Caravan. It's just Cindy and Jim, husband
Yep.
and wife team, who they are full-time RVers. They winter in Florida every year, and they just absolutely love Alaska. And now they take people with them and show them around. So they do 2 RV caravans each year. We are doing what they call spring tour, which means we've got to be up there early.
Yes.
And we're meeting in Dawson Creek, British Columbia in mid-May, and then we're spending 63 days with the caravan touring around Alaska. We absolutely cannot wait. We are so very excited.
Right, yeah. And so what we're experiencing now, we don't know if the other caravan companies, it's the same for them. And if you've taken a caravan, please let us know if this is a similar experience. So, but what we're experiencing and we didn't expect, obviously we expected them to set our reservations and all that and take that headache away from us.
Which is huge. Over 2 months that we don't have to worry about finding campgrounds, discovering routes.
Yes.
That in itself is huge.
Phenomenal. But we didn't envision before we got started that, well, let's just start with it, that, they're already, they helped us even plot our way up there. That it's not even part of the caravan. It's just because we're meeting up in Dawson Creek.
And we're going up early. So
yeah.
A lot of campgrounds are not going to be open yet. And so, they sent us a whole list of recommendations.
Campgrounds that would be open.
Yes.
Y'all are wondering, would be open? What are you talking about? We're going up there in April and to the beginning of May.
Yeah.
And in the north, a lot of campgrounds are closed. They haven't turned their water on yet, or they're not even open.
Yeah.
So the farther north we get, it does become an issue. And that was going to, that into itself was going to cost us quite a bit of time just trying to call places that were open. And luckily, Stacy reached out to Cindy, and she sent this laundry list of places we could call and book. So already, an unexpected time saver.
Yes, because they've made the trip so many times.
Yes.
They know what's open, and Grammy K's calling. We'll call you back, Mom.
Yeah.
So they've made the trip so many times, and they travel in a 45-foot Class A, and they tow a vehicle. So they know where we can fit and what's going to be open, and so that is tremendous. Number 2, we knew we were going to get community, but we've already started to feel some of that community because we've already had a Zoom call with everybody that we're going to be meeting up with on the caravan.
Yeah, that was neat to get to know people, and people ask questions that, again, I even forgot. There so many things came up during that too, or other things that we learned ahead of time because of the Zoom call.
We got to, when people would ask questions, we got to hear the answers, and then we thought, oh my gosh, of course, we didn't think about that.
Yeah, and so now we're going north, and guess what? This year, 25, we're going into Canada.
Yeah.
So I think we all have questions about that. And so,
just as many of our Canadian friends have questions.
Right. We have a lot of Canadian friends here that are going back into Canada. And so it's like they're helping us navigate this on the things that they know. They're studying it. We don't even have to study it. They're studying it. They're letting us know. Of course, even in a normal time, you can't take some fruits and vegetables and like dog food, not in a bag and stuff like that. There are already these things that they're doing the research. They're telling us, don't take so much dog food, blah, blah, blah. So we're getting that, but also the things that are changing because of the environments, everything that's changing right now, they're keeping track of it. So they're making us feel good about making that border crossing.
And there are new regulations that came into place during the summer last year about traveling with pets into Alaska. It has nothing to do with getting into Canada.
Right.
It's all about Alaska. And it can be very confusing, and we've certainly misunderstood a few things as we were trying to prepare, and they have made it so much easier and connected us with veterinarians to talk to up in Alaska that could answer our questions. Just made it tremendously easier, easy as it can be.
I can guarantee you, if we were making this trek ourselves to Alaska, we would not have gotten in. That's how serious. No,
You're right.
no, I mean, she's laughing, but it's serious.
Yeah.
Because we would have never thought to do the paperwork and stuff that we have to do to get both of our animals in Alaska, not in Canada, into Alaska. Of course, they have to have their shots and all that. That we all know that.
Yep.
But there's other regulations that we've learned about through Jim and Cindy that's going to help us.
Yes.
I mean, that not only helped us, we would have been stopped.
Right. We wouldn't have known.
We would not have known, and we would have never thought about it. So, I mean, that is a huge unexpected benefit for sure. And I just say amen to that. Like I said, that could have been a lot of wasted time because I would have never dreamed that would be an issue.
Right. And then they sent us a huge list of parts for the RV or for the Jeep or clothing ideas or things that they know from experience we might need when we are in Alaska, things that might be difficult to get as we're traveling that we never would have thought about some of these items before. So preparing and knowing what to pack and what to take with us, it was a huge benefit to us.
I mean, some of the RV parts and stuff already had, but I mean, you could be in the middle of nowhere, something breaks down, you definitely got to have your serpentine belts and stuff if you have a diesel pusher, and just on your different types of RVs, just certain things that could get you back on the road, because, I mean, you don't want to be left behind in a caravan.
Right.
So that was helpful. I mean, some of it we did know, but there are some that we definitely did not know. And you know what? I went out and bought my first pair of rain boots. I never had rain boots before. I never even thought about it. But evidently, and a lot of the times, they say that is very necessary to have. So guess what? I've got them now.
Hey, there you go. I mean, between the contacts, between their experience, the lists that they've provided, the opportunity to hear other people's questions and go, oh my gosh, I never thought about that. Even before we have left Florida to begin our trek up north to meet with the caravan, we already see huge benefits in traveling especially with this particular caravan, because like Tom said, we have zero caravan experience outside of this, so we're only speaking specifically about this experience with Alaska Excursion Caravan. But wow, it is so much more support than we ever thought about.
Let's talk about this Zoom call we did. Okay, so Cindy shows us this thing about they give you this detailed calendar. When I say,
oh my God, it's awesome.
When I say detailed calendar, I can't even describe it. It's so unbelievable. Okay, we'll finish up on this, but it's so detailed that every single place we're going to, we don't have to research at all. Stacy and I always have to research everywhere we go because we're covering it and stuff for the channel and everything, but not here. They've done all that. I mean, they're telling us when festivals are, when there may be a concert in the area where we're going to be at, maybe a farmer's market when we're going to be. I mean,
cool museums that are worth the time.
Restaurants.
Oh.
I mean, it is. We don't even have to do research. Even that, which seems, I mean, to some people, probably seems like ho-hum, no big deal. That is a huge deal. I mean, we usually spend, and if you have watched our channel for quite a while, you know that a lot of times, first day we get there, we go to a Chamber of Commerce or a welcome visitor center, because we want to get information on the area, make sure we don't miss some of the major things. Wow, this is so detailed, I don't think we're going to miss a thing.
No, and remember, I mean, this is a huge trip. This is probably a once-in-a-lifetime trip
Yes.
for us because it is so many miles to go up. It's a lot of money, even just in fuel alone. And we have friends that have made the trek to Alaska in their RV by themselves, but we chose to do a caravan because we don't want to miss anything. We want to get as much out of the experience as we possibly can.
Yep.
And yes, we've got some amazing, I mean, epic, awesome, unbelievable. I run out of adjectives to describe the things that we're going to be doing in Alaska. I cannot wait to share them with you. You're not going to believe some of the things we're going to do. But those little things like the festivals and the farmers markets, they add so much to a trip, and I'm so excited that we don't even have to worry about looking for them.
Right.
They're just handing them to us. So thank you to Cindy and Jim for that.
Yeah.
Fantastic Wagon Master experience already. I just cannot wait to see what all it's going to be. Now, just so you know.
Right, I was going to say this.
Go ahead.
Well, with this, if you want more detail on any of this, in our posse, and this is relatively new, you know, we started that at the beginning of this year. We are documenting all this stuff. We're doing videos on each individual thing, even leading up to Alaska. So we're going to have documentation of how we went through getting our reservations up there.
Yeah.
And
Well, some of the a lot of the stuff that we're doing to prepare, that we're learning,
yes,
that we need to do to prepare, we're doing videos on in our posse, and they're not long videos.
no,
But you know, we're doing a lot more detailed information there. So if that's something you're interested in, maybe you're planning a trip to Alaska in the future, or maybe you just want to see more of what we're doing, we have a growing library of videos that you won't see anywhere else over there on our posse, plus our community where we're having conversations with other RVers, both full and part-time, experienced and new, and getting to know each other, and again, building that community. So I'll put a link in the description so you can check that out for more information. We'd love to have you join us.
for sure. And we're going to be covering Alaska on YouTube and
100%.
stuff. So, I mean, there's no pressure here. We're not saying you have to join the posse to see our Alaska content. Absolutely not. We're just saying if you want it right after or right when it's happening,
Yeah.
we are going to be posting almost real time, several times a week. And if you want that, if you crave that kind of thing, we are going to have it.
Yes.
And so we'd love to have you come along.
But, okay, so let's talk about our next episode of Wingin' It, because we need to wrap it up here. Our
Yes.
time is up. We've gotten a ton of questions. Probably the #1 question we've gotten since we announced that we were going to be driving from South Florida to Alaska is, you're really going to take your Newmar New Air up to Alaska? You're going to drive a Class A diesel motor coach from Florida up to Alaska and tour around Alaska doing that towing your Jeep. Really? Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
So that will be our next topic for Wingin' It, is why we're going to do it and how we're going to do it and all of those types of things. So we hope you'll come back and join us. If you are not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button so you will be along for what is going to be an amazing adventure this year. And hopefully, leave us the comments, many more episodes of Wingin' It. Until next time, y'all, keep on winging it. Safe travels.
And happy camping.
Bye.
Bye.